Listen carefully. There is a reason why these words have reached you at this exact moment. Do not think of this moment as just ordinary. Do not think that you are here by chance. There are times in life when the heart grows weary and thoughts become heavy, and you quietly ask, is God still watching over me? Does He still hear my voice? Does He know the situation I am facing? Today, I want you to know this. I have been watching everything. I saw the battles you fought when no one was by your side. I saw the tears you wiped away before anyone could notice. I heard the prayers you whispered when your strength was almost gone. I know the questions you held in your heart. I know the many nights you spent wondering if things would ever change. But now, listen to my words. Your story is not over yet. The difficult times you have walked through were not the conclusion of your life. It was a time of preparation and a process of shaping you. That time taught you strength, patience, wisdom, and trust. There may have been moments when you thought I was silent, but my silence did not mean my absence. I was working in places you could not see. I was protecting you from doors that looked good on the outside, but would have eventually hurt you. I was clearing away paths that were not connected to the purpose I placed inside you. Long before any change was visible to your eyes, I was arranging everything in the unseen, my beloved child. I know the waiting has not been easy. You watched others move forward and wondered why only your prayers seemed delayed. While celebrating the blessings in others' lives, you wondered in your heart when your moment would come. But there is one important truth I want you to understand. A delay in response is not a denial. A seed does not become a tree overnight. The sunrise does not appear without passing through the thick darkness. A beautiful story cannot be written without going through many pages. I am writing your story with great care. Every experience has taught you something. Every challenge has made something inside you stronger. Every disappointment has made you realize something you needed to learn. The things that tried to break you have instead become the very materials to build a solid foundation within you. The reason you can still stand is because my hand was holding on to you. You survived situations you once thought would destroy you. You walked through seasons where your heart was broken, hope was dim, and you did not even know which direction to go. Now, look at yourself. You are still breathing. You still hold on to your faith. You are still seeking my voice. That is no small thing. It is clear evidence that something inside you refused to give up. Today, I want you to lay down the heavy burden you have been carrying for so long. Lay down the fear that tells you nothing will ever change. Lay down the thought that you are falling behind everyone else. Release the memories that constantly whisper that your future will be exactly like your past. Your past was a lesson. It is not a prison that confines you. The mistakes you made did not erase my love for you. I did not leave you because of the moments you felt weak. I do not judge you by your lowest moments. I know the true self that I created. A new season begins first in your heart. Before the doors around you open, faith must first rise within you. Before your situation changes, your perspective must change first. Now, begin to proclaim different words over your life. Stop saying that good things do not happen to you. Start saying that God is leading me step by step. Stop saying I am alone and start remembering that God walks with me. The words you repeat shape the thoughts you believe, and the thoughts you believe influence the steps you take. Guard your heart, guard your peace, and guard the purpose I placed inside you. Not every voice deserves a place in your heart. Not every person's opinion is worthy of taking root in your soul. People only see the past version of you that you passed through, but I see the place where I am leading you. People remember your mistakes, but I remember the purpose I placed in you before anyone knew your name. Keep watching and listen carefully. There are things I truly want to tell your heart. These words are not just to comfort you for a moment. They are to help you look back at your life, strengthen your faith, and take steps different from before. Do not just listen to this message, but apply it to your life. When frustration rushes in, choose patience. When fear speaks to you, choose faith. When the world feels cold, choose kindness. When the situation seems impossible, choose hope. Small choices made in faith gather to create a transformed life. If these words reached your heart today, write in the comments, I trust in you. Let this be a sign to remind yourself that you are choosing faith over fear and hope over worry. Remember this, you are not forgotten. You are not walking alone. It is not too late. I am still leading you. The same hand that held you through yesterday is holding your tomorrow. Stay by my side, keep your heart open, and keep listening. There are more things I want to show you about the coming season. If these words gave peace, strength, and hope to your heart, take a moment to like this message. Then others who need comfort will be able to find it as well. Subscribe and continue this journey of faith with me. Share this with someone who is struggling in secret and needs to hear that they are not alone. And if you felt joy in my words and this message was a blessing to your heart, you can support this ministry through the link provided. Through your support, these messages of hope can continue to reach more people who need them. Your journey is not over yet. Stay by my side and listen. There are things in your heart that I want to heal. There are questions you have held in secret for a long time. There are moments from the past that you still recall when no one is around. There are memories you have never spoken out loud, disappointments hidden behind a smile, and prayers you offered while doubting if I would still remember. Today, I want you to know this. I remember every one of those prayers. Not a single word you uttered to me was in vain. Not a single tear you shed disappeared without me seeing it. Not a single moment of pain passed without me staying by your side. Sometimes you asked like this, why is this happening? Why do I have to face this situation? Why does everyone else seem to move forward while I feel like I am standing still? But I was not punishing you. I was preparing you. Sometimes the season that feels empty is the season where the deepest growth occurs. Before a branch reaches for the sky, a tree first sinks its roots in a hidden and secret place. In the same way, I was strengthening the inner parts of you that others cannot see. Your patience was growing, your wisdom was growing, and your understanding was growing. Your faith was becoming deeper. My child, do not judge your life only by what is visible to your eyes today. There is much more happening than you realize. A farmer does not dig up the seeds every morning just because the harvest is not yet visible. He simply waters them, protects them, and waits, because he knows that growth is already happening before the evidence appears. I want you to trust me in the same way. Continue to water your faith. Continue to guard your peace. Continue to have faith even before everything changes, because the person you are being shaped into right now is just as important as the blessing you are waiting for. I know that sometimes you are exhausted. You had to pretend to be strong for others even when you needed strength yourself. When your heart needed comfort, you comforted others instead. You smiled while fighting battles no one knew about. But I saw it all. I saw your kindness when no one said thank you. I saw your sincerity when no one praised you. I saw the moments you chose love, even after experiencing disappointment. And I want you to understand this clearly. Nothing done with a pure heart is ever forgotten. The world may ignore small and simple kindness, but I do not. The world may only reward what is visible, but I see even the hidden things. I know your heart. Now is the time to let go of the things that were weighing you down. Let go of the old words people threw at you. Let go of the moments that made you feel like you were not enough. Let go of the fear that your future can never change. Do not carry the pain of yesterday into the new place where I am leading you. Imagine traveling a long journey while carrying a heavy bag filled with stones. Each of those stones represents things you do not need to carry forever. One stone is regret, another is fear. One stone is anger, and another is disappointment. Another stone is the opinion of people who never understood your purpose. Starting today, begin to lay those stones down one by one on the ground. How can you fully embrace a new season while holding on to the things of the past with both hands? Forgiveness does not mean admitting that what happened in the past was right. It means you choose freedom for yourself, instead of letting the past control your heart. Peace is a gift I give, but you must make room to receive it. Many people pray for me to open new doors, while their eyes are fixed on the doors that have already closed. Rather than trusting where I will lead them next, they constantly ask why something had to end. A closed door is not always a rejection. Sometimes it is protection, even if you cannot see it. I know what is ahead, so I sometimes remove things from your life. You only see a small part of the journey, but I see the whole path. Trust my guidance. Just because something left your life, do not assume it is a loss. Sometimes, space is created in that empty spot for something better to grow. The right people, the right opportunities, and the right moments do not need to be forced. Walk with wisdom, take action, keep your faith alive, and let me lead your steps. I also want you to realize that your participation is needed for life to change. Do not pray for peace while simultaneously filling your heart with fear. Do not pray for change while repeating the same patterns. Every day, I give you the opportunity to choose. Make choices that bring you closer to the original person I created you to be. When distractions appear, choose discipline. When complaining feels easier, choose gratitude. When waiting feels uncomfortable, choose patience. When the answer has not yet come, choose faith. Those small steps you take every day create a completely different future. The decisions you make when no one is watching change your life. Those quiet moments matter. The choices you make in secret matter. The thoughts you allow in your heart matter. Protect the things I have placed inside you. There is a purpose inside you. There is a gift inside you. There is a reason why you are still here breathing. Do not compare your journey to others. A flower does not look at another flower and ask why they bloom at different times. It simply blooms according to its own season. Your season has its own timing. Your journey has its own purpose. Keep walking, keep learning, keep trusting. Even in the place where you thought you were completely broken, something beautiful can grow. The pain that taught you empathy can later be used to help others. The time of struggle that made you strong can become wisdom for someone else. Your story, which you thought was only about survival, can become an encouragement that gives courage to many people. I can use every chapter of yours. Nothing entrusted into my hands is ever wasted. So, lift your heart again, breathe again, believe again. You are not falling behind. You are being made. You are growing. You are learning. You are being shaped for the things to come. If you are ready to accept these words, leave the past behind, and move forward in faith, write in the comments, I am ready. Let these words remind your own heart that you have now chosen a new beginning. Walk with me to the end of this journey. There are still things your heart needs to hear. More wisdom, encouragement, and guidance await you. Remember, I have never asked you to figure everything out perfectly. I only ask that you walk with me one step at a time. When you cannot see tomorrow, trust me, for I already hold tomorrow. When you feel weak, come closer. When you are not sure, listen to my voice. I am not only with you when you are at the mountaintop. I am with you when you are in the deep valley. I am with you during the time of waiting, and while you are rebuilding your life. I am with you right at this moment. Keep going. Your story is still being written. Listen carefully. The words I am saying to your heart now are very important for the path you will walk. In life, there will be moments when you do not understand why certain things happened. You will look back at closed doors, lost opportunities, changed relationships, and those difficult seasons, wondering why I let you walk that path. But I want you to remember this one thing. You have never walked those moments alone. Even in the seasons where everything felt uncertain, I was guiding you. Even when you could not see my hand moving, I was working. When you thought nothing was changing, I was putting things in place that your eyes were not yet ready to see. You prayed countless times for certain things because you believed they were exactly what you needed. You prayed for specific doors to open, for specific people to stay by your side, and for specific plans to happen exactly as you imagined. But sometimes, my greatest protection comes through an answer that is completely different from what you expected. I see what you cannot see. I know what is hidden behind the closed door. I know which path will bring you closer to your purpose, and which path will slowly lead you away. So, just because something does not happen according to your timing, do not believe that you have been forgotten. Sometimes, if you had chosen that thing, it might have looked good on the surface, but it would not have fit your journey and would have hurt you. And I was saving you from that, my child. Trust my wisdom more than your understanding. A child holding a broken piece of a toy might cry when a loving parent takes it away, not knowing that something better is being prepared. In the same way, there were moments when the things you held on to were actually hurting your peace, limiting your growth, and keeping you tied to the old version of yourself that you should have let go of. The reason I allow change is because I love you. The reason I allow endings is because I know your new beginnings. The reason I allow turning points is because I know what kind of person you are being shaped into. Do not fear change. Sometimes change becomes the door into growth. A caterpillar cannot become a butterfly while refusing change. A seed cannot become a tree while staying in the comfort of the soil. Movement is necessary for growth. Trust is necessary for growth. A process of willingly letting go of things that do not belong in the next chapter is necessary for growth. Look into your heart today. What are you still carrying that I told you to lay down? Is it fear? Is it disappointment? Is it anger toward yourself? Is it the memory of someone who hurt you? Or is it the disbelief that you cannot become someone greater? Hand all of those things over to me. You were never created to carry every burden alone. There is a peace prepared for you that you can enjoy without relying on perfect circumstances. There is a strength prepared for you that you cannot obtain by your own ability alone. When your heart connects with me, you will find courage greater than any challenge before you. Recall the many times you thought you would never endure. Think of all those situations that seemed impossible. Remember the many nights when you did not know how to keep living. And remember this: you are still here. You survived, you learned, and you grew. That is evidence that your story continued beyond the moments that tried to stop you. Do not underestimate the power I planted inside you. You may see your weaknesses, but I see what I created inside you. You may remember your failures, but I see your growth. You may focus on what you lost, but I still see what is possible. Starting today, begin to proclaim different words toward yourself. Your words are important. Your thoughts are important too. How you view yourself is truly important. Do not repeat yesterday's fears when you wake up every morning. Greet the morning with gratitude. Try saying it like this: today is another opportunity to walk with God. Today, I can choose kindness. Today, I can grow. Today, I can take another step. A transformed life begins with a transformed mindset. Do not delay choosing peace until everything around you is perfect. Choose peace right now. Do not delay being grateful until every prayer is answered. Choose gratitude right now. Do not delay the next step until the entire path is clear. Move forward following the light you already have. I guide only one step at a time. A lamp does not light up the entire path ahead. It only gives enough light to take the next step, so entrust the step after that to me and trust. Also, I want you to pay attention to the people around you. The relationships you allow near your heart have a great influence on the direction of your life. Walk with people who encourage your growth. Walk with people who pass on wisdom. Walk with people who remind you of the truth when your heart is weary. And you too, become such a person for others. Do not just seek encouragement, but offer it. Do not just expect kindness, but show it. Do not wait for someone to bring you hope, but be the person who holds hope first. There is power in the love you share. A warm word spoken with kindness can lift the heart of someone struggling in secret. A small act of compassion can remind someone that they are not alone. Never think that your actions have no meaning. I can create meaningful change even through very small things. The world often celebrates only big and noticeable things, but I am also watching the things that happen quietly. I hear the prayers that no one else hears. I see the generosity that no one else notices. I see those moments when you willingly choose the right thing, even if it is difficult. Continue to do good. Continue to walk truthfully. Keep your heart humble. When you consistently do the right things, a solid foundation is built that is not easily shaken. The future is laid out before you. But you must stop staying only inside yesterday. Learn from the past, but do not live in the past. The past is only your great teacher, not the house where you should stay. The next chapter requires your focus. The next step requires your faith. The next season requires a mindset willing to grow. If these words helped you have faith again, and you are ready to trust my timing, write in the comments, "I believe." Let those words remind your own heart that faith is stronger than fear. Stay by my side. There are things your heart still needs to realize. Do not stop in the middle of this journey. The lessons to come will help you build a stronger spirit, a more peaceful heart, and a deeper connection with me. Remember this today. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am only asking you to keep walking. When you fall, get up again. When you are tired, come closer to me. Even when you do not understand, continue to trust. Every single day is a new opportunity to start again. The sun that rises every day is a sign reminding you that I am still giving you a purpose. You are loved. You are being guided. You are never forgotten. Keep moving forward. What I am doing inside you right now is much greater than what is visible to your eyes. I am shaping your heart, making your faith firm, and preparing you for the future you will walk. Listen carefully to my words. Today, I want to speak to the deep part of your heart that is worn out from long waiting. Will the situation ever change? I want to reach the place inside you that still doubts. I know the thoughts that rush into you when the world grows quiet. I know the questions you throw when no one can hear. You ask, When exactly will things change? Did I miss my opportunity? Is there still something meaningful left in my future? And I want to say this to you now. Your journey is not over yet. Do not judge your entire future by a single, difficult chapter. Do not convince yourself that every coming season will be the same, just because of one painful season. The storm you passed through was real, but the strength inside you that grew in that storm is also real. The tears you shed were real, but the wisdom those tears created is also real. The challenges you faced were real, but the purpose still remaining in you is also real. There must have been moments when you looked around and wondered why your path felt more difficult. You saw others receiving the things you prayed for so much. You saw the doors of people around you opening while you were still waiting. But my timing is not a competition. Just because your life looks different from others does not mean you are falling behind. Just because a flower blooms in a different season does not mean its beauty is gone. Just because the sunrise arrives after passing through the darkness does not mean it loses its purpose. Everything has its appointed time. My child, I have not forgotten what I planted inside you. There are gifts inside you that still have room to grow. There is wisdom inside you gained from experiences you never wanted but ultimately survived. There is a deep compassion inside you because you know what pain feels like. There is a broad understanding inside you because you know what it means to struggle and fight. Not a single thing gained from your journey is wasted when entrusted into my hands. Difficult moments can become lessons. Broken places can become seats for generating strength. Those experiences that made you ask, "Why on earth is this happening?" can one day be used to encourage someone else walking through their own dark valley. This is why you must stop viewing yourself as a loser. Begin to look at yourself through my eyes. I do not only see the place where you stayed in the past, I see the place where you can move forward. I do not only see the mistakes you regret, I see your growth that happened after that. I do not only see the battles you fought, I see the courage you displayed to keep holding on and standing. You are much stronger than you think, not because everything was easy, but because you did not give up and continued even when it was never easy. Now, I want you to understand one important thing. A new season requires a newly transformed mindset. How can you expect peace to grow while carrying old fears from the past into a new beginning? How can you expect confidence to rise while constantly speaking words of defeat? You must not forget the many things that are still possible by only obsessing over the things that went wrong. Your thoughts are like seeds. What you continue to plant will eventually grow. Plant faith, plant gratitude, plant patience, plant kindness, plant discipline. Every day, choose thoughts that bring you closer to peace. When worry speaks to you, answer with trust. When fear speaks to you, answer with faith. When the past calls you, remember the fact that today is a new opportunity. The enemy that hinders your growth is not always a giant obstacle. Sometimes, the greatest enemy is a single small thought you repeat and believe every day. The thought that says, "I cannot change." The thought that says it is too late now. The thought that says there will be no more good things for me. Do not agree with those thoughts. You are still learning. You are still growing. You are still moving forward. As long as you are breathing, there is a purpose. As long as you can take the next step, hope still exists. I want you to begin paying attention to the small blessings around you. Many people miss the things I am doing because they only look for grand things. They pass by the small gifts of daily life. A peaceful morning, a conversation that gives you courage, a lesson learned, a moment of gaining strength, an opportunity to try again. Gratitude opens your eyes to see the things that were already there. A grateful heart sees the world differently. When you practice gratitude, you stop living only by clinging to what is lacking and begin to recognize the things already given to you. This does not mean every situation is easy. It means choosing for yourself not to let difficulties control your entire vision. You can acknowledge the challenge and still believe there is hope. You can face reality and still walk in faith. You can hold questions in your heart and still trust me. Faith is not pretending a storm does not exist. Faith is knowing that you are never alone in that storm. When the path looks clear, I am with you. When the path looks uncertain, I am also with you. When you feel strong, I am with you. When you need help to stand up, I am also with you. Do not only come to me when life gets difficult, but walk with me every moment of every day. Talk to me about the decisions you have to make. Invite me into your plans. Seek wisdom before moving. A firm relationship is built through daily connection. Those small moments with me will make you strong enough to overcome the big challenges to come. Also, do not forget to be a blessing in the lives of others. Sometimes, while waiting for your own answer, you might become someone else's answer. A warm word, a helping hand, a short prayer, a moment of patience, all of these things are important. The love you give never disappears. The goodness you share influences things beyond what you can see. Do not underestimate what I can do through a heart that willingly gives. Your life does not need to be perfect for it to create meaning. You do not need to have all the answers to encourage someone else. Sometimes, the person who understands pain most deeply is the one who delivers the greatest comfort. There is value in your story. There is meaning in your journey. There is still a purpose in your life. If these words strengthened your heart today and you choose to keep faith and move forward, write in the comments, "I will keep going." Let it be your firm declaration that the things of yesterday will never stop the things that will grow tomorrow. Stay by my side and keep listening until the end. There are still important truths your heart must accept. Every step of this journey will help you rebuild faith, renew your thoughts, and understand the purpose planted in you. Remember, do not rush your growth. Do not compare your timing with others' timing. Do not give up just because the process feels longer than expected. The strongest trees grow slowly. Deep foundations take time. The most meaningful changes are made through every single step taken in faith. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive. Keep choosing the things that bring peace. I am walking with you. I am watching you. I hear your voice. And I am leading you so that you can move toward the original person you were created to be. Listen carefully to the words I am saying to your heart now. There is one thing you must understand before you move on to the next chapter of your journey. Many people seek a new beginning while still carrying the same thoughts, the same fears, and the same doubts that tied them to the previous season. A new path requires a new heart. A new direction requires a new way of thinking. A new chapter requires the courage to boldly turn the page. I know there are things you have prayed for a long time. I know that the dreams you hold inside sometimes feel too far away. I know there are moments when you shake with doubt, wondering if the things planted in your heart can ever become reality. But remember this: growth that is not visible to the eyes is still growth. Progress that no one celebrates is still progress. Steps that no one notices are still important. You often look only for grand changes, but I work even through small daily changes. A small change in attitude, a small decision to forgive, a small step toward discipline, a small moment choosing faith over fear. These small moments gather to shape who you will become. My child, stop believing that nothing is happening just because everything is not happening all at once. The strongest foundations are built slowly. A house built hastily without a strong foundation cannot withstand a storm. In the same way, I am deeply interested in building your character, wisdom, and heart, because the things given into my hands must be supported by the things built inside. Do not pray only for greater opportunities. Pray for deeper wisdom. Do not just pray for a door to open. Pray for the discernment to choose the right door among many open doors. Do not just pray for blessings. Pray for a heart that can use those blessings with love, humility, and a clear purpose. Everything meaningful requires preparation. Think deeply about the seasons you thought were only delayed. Look deeper. Didn't those times teach you patience? Didn't they teach you strength? Didn't they show you who truly supports you? Didn't they reveal areas where you needed to grow more? Sometimes, in the season of waiting, the lessons necessary for the season of response are contained. Without those lessons, you might not know how to handle it even if you reach the place you prayed for so much. I prepare you first before putting you in a certain position. I make you strong first before sending you. I teach you first before entrusting you with greater responsibility. So, do not hate this process. Learn from that process. Grow through that process. Allow that process to shape you. In the future, when you pass through this process with faith, you will finally understand why this journey was so important. Today, I want you to lay down the habit of comparison. Comparison steals your gratitude. Comparison makes you fix your eyes only on someone else's path, causing you to ignore the precious things happening in your own life. You only see their results, but you do not see their struggles. You only see their success, but you do not know their sacrifice. You only see their harvest, but you do not know they planted those seeds. Walk your own path. The mission given to you is kongduk someone else. The mission given to you is to become exactly the true version of yourself that I created. Inside you, there are your own unique gifts. The things you experienced can reach people differently. The lessons you learned can be a great encouragement to others. Do not hide your light just because it looks different from others. A candle does not need to become the sun to drive out the darkness in a room. It only needs to shine in the place where it is put. Start where you are now. Use what you have. Take that very step placed before you. Many people are stuck and cannot move while waiting for perfect conditions to be met. They say, "I will start key, everything is ready." But growth only begins key. You take a step in faith. The first step is usually taken before the whole picture is even visible. Courage does not mean a state where there is no uncertainty at all. Courage means choosing to move forward while trusting the fact that I am with you. There will be moments the path looks blurry. There will be moments patience is needed. There will be moments you have to choose faith again and again. But every single one of those steps of faith is precious. I also want you to guard your heart from bitterness. In life, there will be moments when people misunderstand you. Some people might not be grateful for your kindness. Some people might leave you when you expected them to stay. Some people might not recognize your value. But do not let the actions of others change the goodness inside you. A beautiful heart should not freeze cold just because it went through a difficult season. Continue to love. Continue to show kindness. Continue to walk truthfully. Not because everyone deserves a place in your heart, but because you deserve to live freely away from bitterness. Forgiveness creates freedom. Peace creates strength. Wisdom creates healthy boundaries. You can learn while forgiving. You can grow while loving. You can choose healthy relationships while holding a tender heart. I am teaching you balance. I am teaching you wisdom. I am teaching you how to move forward without carrying unnecessary weight. Now, look at your life with a different perspective. Instead of asking why I had to go through this, start asking what I can learn from this. Instead of asking why this door closed, start asking where I am being led now. If you change your perspective, the way you experience the journey of life itself can completely change. Your heart is powerful. Feed your heart with truth. Feed your heart with hope. Feed your heart with gratitude. Remind yourself every morning like this. I have been given another opportunity. I can make better choices. I can grow. Today I can walk with God. Your daily habits soon become your direction. Guard your morning. Guard your thoughts. Guard your peace. Because the things happening inside eventually flow out through you and influence others. If this message touched your heart deeply and you are ready to grow through the season instead of giving up, write in the comments, "Lead me." Let these words remind you that you are choosing wisdom, patience, and faith for the journey ahead. Please stay with me. The next part of this message will help you realize how to discern the right doors, how to make your soul stronger, and how to walk with confidence even when life feels uncertain. Before continuing, I want you to remember one important thing. Messages of hope reach more hearts when people choose to share the light. If these words gave you courage, share this message with someone who needs strength today. If you obtained peace, joy, or comfort through these words, you can support this ministry through the provided link. By doing so, help this message continue to reach more people searching for hope. Your warm touch can be part of the work of healing someone else. Your support can allow a wounded heart to hear the words they so desperately wanted to hear at the exact moment they needed them. Keep walking, keep believing, keep growing. I am still shaping you. I am still leading you. And everything happening inside you today is preparing you for everything to come. Listen carefully. Today, I want to speak to the deep part of your heart that has been searching for direction in life and waiting for a long time. I know there were moments when the path looked so blurry as you looked ahead. You wanted answers. You wanted signs. You surely wanted to know exactly how everything would flow before taking the next step. But I want you to realize this important fact. Faith is not always seeing the entire path. Faith is trusting me while taking the next step. You often pray for me to show you the whole journey, but I only show enough light to walk today, because I am teaching you how to walk with me, not ahead of me. If you knew all the coming challenges in advance, fear might make you stop. If you saw all the giant mountains you have to climb before the journey even began, doubt might make you turn back. That is why I lead you step by step, moment by moment, every season. I give strength for today. I give wisdom for today. I give grace for today, my beloved child. Stop the foolishness of forgetting the guidance I am giving you now, because you are worried about the future that has not even come yet. Growth happens right at this moment. The choices you make today create the path you will walk tomorrow. A life led by purpose is not completed by a single grand moment. It is built through small and faithful decisions repeated every day. Choosing patience when you feel frustration. Choosing kindness when people make things difficult for you. Choosing discipline when many distractions tempt you. Choosing trust when fear tries to control you. Those small choices are never small to me. They are shaping your heart. They are preparing your character. They are building a solid foundation for the things to come. I know that sometimes you feel you are walking too slowly. You probably wonder why others seem to reach their destination faster. You probably have questions about why their doors open wide while your door requires such a long wait. But remember, speed does not always mean success. A tree that grows too fast without deep roots cannot withstand strong winds. I am not only interested in how high you rise. I am much more interested in how deep you are rooted. I am growing roots of wisdom, roots of patience, roots of humility, and roots of faith. Because when a fiercer season comes, those roots will support you, so you do not fall. Do not be discouraged by the time of preparation. Preparation is not rejection. Training is not punishment. Waiting is not a waste. The lessons you learn at this moment will protect you in the next moment. Trust this process of me leading you completely. Also, I want you to carefully examine the doors in front of you. Just because it is open does not mean it is your door. Not every opportunity is connected to your purpose. Sometimes there are things that look very attractive on the outside but eventually lead your heart away from peace. Learn how to listen. Learn how to pause for a moment. Learn how to seek wisdom. Many mistakes happen when people move too hastily without properly understanding the situation. People follow emotions and ignore guidance. They chase shiny things and forget what is truly important. I want you to walk differently from them. Before making a decision, ask like this: will this help me grow? Will this lead me closer to the person I am called to be? Will this make my faith, my peace, and my purpose firmer? Wisdom protects you from things an excited heart might miss and pass by. I am not trying to take away good things from you. I am teaching you how to discern what is truly good. There is a big difference between what you want so much in a moment and what will benefit your life for years. Choose wisely. The choices you make today will become the story you live tomorrow. Also, I want you to realize how important your surrounding environment is. A seed in unhealthy soil has difficulty growing. In the same way, your heart also needs the right environment. Watch carefully what you listen to. Watch carefully what you look at. What you continue to plant will eventually grow into something and bear fruit. Watch carefully those conversations you allow to shape your thoughts. Your heart is like a garden. What you continue to plant will eventually grow into something and bear fruit. If you plant fear, fear grows. If you plant anger, anger grows. If you plant faith, gratitude, and hope, those beautiful things will begin to grow more powerfully inside you. You are planting something every day. Please choose carefully. The world will constantly try to fill your heart with worry. It will encourage you to compare yourself with others. It will say you do not have enough. It will whisper that you are falling behind. But I want you to remember the truth. You were not created to copy someone else's journey exactly. You have your own path, your own lessons, and your own purpose. The gifts planted inside you are never a mistake. The experiences you have walked through are not meaningless. The wisdom you gained has infinite value. Do not keep hiding because you think you are not ready yet. Growth happens while walking. Strength is built while continuing to move. Confidence is gained through steady practice. Taking the first step might feel uncomfortable, but every great journey starts with a single step. Do not let the fear of failure block your growth. Mistakes can teach you. Challenges can make you strong. Unexpected changes can guide you back to the right path. Keep learning. Keep correcting. Keep moving forward. I am not looking for perfection. I am looking for a willing heart to come forward. A heart willing to grow, a heart willing to listen, a heart willing to love, a heart willing to get up again when you fall. Remember this whenever discouragement comes. Just because you had a difficult day does not mean your value is gone. Just because you have questions does not mean your purpose is gone. Just because your past was complicated does not mean your future is gone. I am working right now, right here, even at the moment you cannot see every detail. Trust the quiet working that is invisible. Trust the growth that is invisible to the eye. Trust the fact that every faithful step you take every day is meaningful. If these words are giving you strength again and you are ready to keep walking in faith, write in the comments, "I trust your plan." Let these words remind you that you are choosing patience over pressure and faith over fear. Please stay by my side until the end. There are deeper things I want to plant in your heart. The next step of this message will be a great help for you to realize your strength. Guard your peace and understand the purpose that has always existed inside you. Remember, you are never alone on this path. When you feel uncertainty, I guide. When you feel weak, I make you strong. When you feel lost, I lead you. Take today's step courageously. Do the right thing placed right in front of you. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive. The journey is still unfolding. The story is still being written, and I am walking with you through every page. Listen carefully. Today, I want to speak to the corner of your heart that has held silent questions for a long time. I know there were moments as you looked back on your life, wondering why some things took much longer than expected. You probably wanted to ask why some prayers seemed to be answered so quickly, while some prayers require endless patience, persistence, and trust. But I want you to understand this clearly. Every season has its own purpose. Every chapter teaches something. Every step, even the step that feels slow, has deep meaning. You often view the time of waiting as a stagnant time where nothing happens. But in fact, waiting is the place where the deepest work occurs. A seed hidden in the ground might feel like it is buried and dead, but in fact, it is growing fiercely. The darkness surrounding the seed is never the end of its story. That place is a holy place where strong roots are formed. In the same way, those hidden seasons in your life were also quietly growing things inside you that could not grow anywhere else. Resilience was being made, strength was being shaped, understanding was growing, and a deeper faith was taking root. My beloved child, I also know that you wanted to receive certain answers faster. I know you wanted certain doors to open sooner. I know well that you wanted to see a clearer picture before taking the next step. But if all of those things had poured in at once, before you were sufficiently prepared, they would have become a heavy burden, weighing you down, instead of a blessing. Preparation protects purpose. Growth prepares you to handle greater responsibility. Wisdom teaches you how to keep and handle the things you received until the end. So, do not be angry at this process of shaping you. Sometimes you only pray for me to change the situation, but I am working to make the inner person called you strong within that situation. Because when your heart changes, you finally begin to look at everything with completely different eyes. A challenge that once only gave you fear can now become a great opportunity to practice faith. A difficulty that once deeply discouraged you can now become a precious lesson that builds wisdom. A season of waiting that once made you frustrated can now become a place where you discover what kind of person you truly are. I want you to stop thinking of your quiet seasons as meaningless times. Not everyone recognizes your growth. Not everyone understands your journey. Not everyone notices what is happening inside you right now. But I see it. I see your hard work that no one recognizes. I see your silent training that no one celebrates. I see every single small progress you make every day. I see you choosing peace when anger wells up. I see you choosing forgiveness instead of bitterness. I see you choosing hope when you want to give up. Those choices are truly great. You are becoming surprisingly strong without even realizing it. Recall all the storms you believed you would never survive. Think of all the problems you once felt could never be solved. Recall all the moments you thought you had no strength left to take even one more step. And look at the place where you are standing now. You are still here. You are still moving forward. You are still growing. That means those fierce challenges never ended your life. Do not give your past more power than your future. The past can teach you, but it must not control you. Your mistakes can guide you, but they must not become your identity. Your pain can shape wisdom, but you must not let it steal your hope. To greet a new beginning, you must stop replaying the old chapters over and over. Imagine reading the same page of a book hundreds of times. If you do that, wouldn't you never know how the rest of the story unfolds? In the same way, if you continue to live inside yesterday's disappointments, it will be very difficult to discover today's opportunities. Now, turn the page, learn the lesson, take the wisdom, and boldly leave behind the unnecessary heavy burdens. There are still more things waiting in front of you. I also want to tell you about your thoughts. Your heart is one of the most important places you must guard most thoroughly. A peaceful life starts from guarding the heart. Do not let every fear become the truth of your life. Do not allow every negative thought to become your identity. Negative thoughts can come to your heart, but you are the one who decides whether they stay there or not. Change fear into trust. Change complaining into gratitude. Change doubt into hope. Practice proclaiming words that breathe life every day. Try saying it like this: I can grow, I can learn, I can become a better person, I can move forward one step at a time. Those words you repeat deeply influence the direction of your heart. Choose words that build you up strongly. Also, I hope you remember how important it is to help others. Sometimes people close the door to their hearts after experiencing pain. They stop caring for others, stop giving, and stop believing that kindness has meaning. But I want your journey not to make your heart freeze hard, but to make it softer and warmer. Let your experiences create deep compassion. Let your lessons create broad understanding. Let your growth be a great encouragement to someone else. Someone around you might be fighting a fierce battle they have never spoken out loud. Your small kindness can be the answer they have been waiting and praying for. Your warm word can give someone the strength to live one more day. Your patience can show someone that they, too, are valuable beings. Small acts of love can gather to create a powerful and grand change. Never underestimate what I can do through a heart that willingly gives. Your life does not have to have everything perfectly solved for you to make a difference in someone else's life. You do not have to be a perfect person to encourage someone else. Sometimes, the person who understands pain most deeply is the one who delivers the greatest comfort. There is value in your story. There is meaning in your journey. There is still a purpose in your life. If this message touched your heart and you chose to trust the process of your journey, write in the comments, "I will keep the faith." Let these words be a sign reminding you that you are much stronger than any season you are facing. Continue to listen until the end. There is still more wisdom and more overwhelming encouragement waiting for you. These words are not simply to touch you for a moment, but to help you firmly build a life full of patience, purpose, peace, and faith. Remember this today. There is clear meaning in your waiting. Your growth is so important. Your journey has immeasurable value. Never give up in the middle of the story. The same hand that held you and walked with you yesterday is leading you today. The same love that protected you before is with you at this moment. Keep walking. Keep learning. Keep believing. I am still working inside you. And the person you are becoming will be part of a much greater and more dazzling story than what is visible to your eyes right now. Listen carefully. Today, I want to remind you of a very important fact that your heart must hear. Sometimes you focus so much on the things that have not happened yet that you forget how far you have already come. You look only at the rough mountains standing right in front of you. You completely forget the many mountains you have already conquered and passed over. You only remember the prayer topics still waiting for answers. You forget the many miracles that were already answered abundantly. You only remember the doors that were heartlessly closed. You forget the many doors that opened like a miracle at the most perfect timing. You only remember the nights you spent crying. You forget those wondrous mornings when new strength rose like a lie the next morning and you took steps again. I want you to stop for a moment and look back. It does not mean live tied to the past. It means to clearly recognize how many times I have held you and passed through those terrible things you thought you could never overcome. My child, you are a much stronger being than those weak thoughts in your head whispering for you to just give up now. You are a being beyond the mistakes you made. You are a being beyond the opinions people recklessly made about you. You are a great being beyond a single harsh season. A truly majestic story is being written through your life, and deep meaning is contained in every chapter. Even those painful chapters you would never have chosen for yourself taught you something great. Even those moments of uncertainty you could not understand at all shaped something precisely inside. Even those boring seasons that felt empty were creating space for greater growth. Just because the classroom was too cold and rough, do not throw away even the lessons learned there. Sometimes the deepest and greatest wisdom grows in the most cruel and harsh experiences. A person who learned patience through tears comes to understand the true value of time. A person who passed through bone-shattering pain realizes what true compassion is. Only a person who has experienced desperate weakness learns the importance of true strength that goes beyond their limits. Nothing entrusted into my hands is ever discarded or wasted. I can gather even those terrible things that deeply wounded you and make them into brilliant wisdom. I can take the things that made you so despondent and build them into a broad understanding that embraces others. I can show you that right in the place where everything was considered finished, a completely new chapter was actually waiting for you. But for that to happen, you must now open the hand that is tightly holding on to the defeatist belief that your most dazzling days have already passed. Do not let yesterday's shadow be the limit that confines your tomorrow. To greet a new beginning, an open heart willing to believe again is needed. One person only sees a world full of problems. The other person sees numerous opportunities to grow. One person only sees what is lost and lacking. The other person sees the precious things still remaining by their side. A grateful heart does not intentionally ignore hardships and challenges. A grateful heart simply makes a firm choice not to forget the hurt. Begin to practice gratitude in your daily life, every single day. Be grateful for very small and simple things. The breath you take, the stinging lesson you learned, and the people who love you. The opportunities given to become a better person. When you learn to be grateful for these small blessings, your heart is finally prepared to handle greater and more majestic responsibilities. I also want you to stop the foolishness of waiting for all conditions to be perfectly met before living according to that great purpose. So many people delay their calling over and over because they believe they need more things before they even start. More confidence, more resources, more recognition from people, or more certain guarantees. But true growth happens when you begin to use exactly the things you already hold in your hands. Take the very step you can take today. Learn what you can learn today intensely. Warmly help the person you can help today. Small things done and gather faith to finally create a great and meaningful life. Never despise a humble beginning. Every great tree that pierces the sky started from a small seed at first. Every great journey in the world started from a single step. Every miracle-like change started from a single determination. Your determination today is important. Choose what kind of person you will become. Choose habits that will firmly support your future. Choose thoughts that will breathe strength into you. Choose actions that will show love to the world. And do not forget this. You do not need to make every person in the world understand your journey. Some people will only remember the humble appearance when you started clumsily. Some people will only remember how lacking you were before. But growth is not always clearly visible to everyone's eyes. No matter what anyone says, keep getting better. Quietly keep walking your path. The purpose burning brightly inside you does not go out just because someone else does not recognize it. I know exactly what I planted inside you. I know that excellent ability, quietly growing in your heart, that deep compassion, that brilliant wisdom. Trust this process. Trust these lessons. Trust this journey. If these words brought deep peace to your heart today, and you are ready to advance forward again with hope, write in the comments, "My faith is alive." Let that word remind you that yesterday's events will never crush your future. Please stay with me until the end. Have a clearer and more distinct mind. N. Do not stop just because growth feels as slow as a snail. Do not let go of the rope of hope just because the A breast. Do not forget your true value just because someone does not properly recognize you. You are still learning terrifyingly. You are still becoming brilliantly. You are still moving forward without rest. Every step you take is important. Every lesson you learn while colliding is important. All the moments of faith you protect with tears are important. Fix your gaze firmly, only on what is good and beautiful. Keep your heart wide open toward wisdom. Choose love even when life pushes you fiercely. I am walking with you through every deep valley and every high mountain ridge you pass. The path unfolding ahead will not always be flat and easy, but you will never walk that path. Advance forward. Your next chapter is waiting for you eagerly. Listen carefully. Today, I want to speak to the deep wound in your heart, where hope has been pushed to the edge of a cliff and tested. I know those moments when you laughed brightly in front of people, but alone, in a place where no one could see, you held yourself and threw countless questions. I know those days when you warmly comforted everyone around you, while you yourself were thirsty for someone else's comfort, and shed tears in secret. You doubted if your kindness was of any use. You doubted if your earnest prayer even reached heaven. Passing through those brutally difficult seasons, you constantly doubted if all that hard work, patience, and faith you protected could one day bloom into something meaningful. And today, I want you to hear my words very clearly. Nothing done with a heart of sincerity is ever forgotten in heaven. That love you silently gave when no one recognized it. That patience you silently showed when no one offered a single word of thanks. Those brilliant moments when you chose the right thing, even in situations difficult enough to make the blood flow backward. I watched every single one of them without missing a thing. The world only praises things, but I pay attention to things that happen in hidden and secret places. I see those silent battles you fight fiercely. I know how much superhuman strength you are squeezing out to endure without collapsing. I see the bone-shattering courage hidden behind that smile. I see the determined will, hidden behind those small and but the greatest growth often starts quietly, in a place where no one is watching. A seed does not shout to the whole neighborhood I am growing here while it grows underground. It just silently continues the process of life. In the same way, some of the most important and decisive growth in your life happened in exactly that season when you felt completely forgotten. Those harsh seasons taught you beast-like patience. They taught you tearful humility. They taught you wisdom whose depth cannot be measured. They taught you how to take one more step even when the path ahead was pitch black and muddy. Do not throw even the precious lessons gained there into the trash, just because the journey was too harsh and terrible. The solid strength you possess today was forged from exactly those pain fromness. The insightful wisdom you have today was shaped from exactly those absurd situations where you once could not understand why on earth this was happening. The warm compassion deeply rooted in your heart could grow because you experienced bone-deep pain of hitting rock bottom. When you willingly offer all of that as material to shape you into something good, not a single thing is wasted. Now, begin to look at your life with a completely different perspective. Stop only throwing resentful questions like, why on earth is this crazy thing happening only to me? Start asking, what on earth can I dig out from this terrible thing? Stop the act of fixing your gaze only on what you lost and what was taken from you. Begin to clearly recognize what you gained from those ruins. Maybe you gained wisdom. Maybe you gained a steel-like mentality. Maybe you discovered the lion-like courage that was hidden inside you. Maybe you learned bone deep how absolutely important peace is. Every season certainly holds a lesson. Every chapter certainly holds a valuable treasure. But you can find it only when you willingly open your eyes. In this world, there are countless people who die without ever stepping into the dazzling new world wide open right before their eyes, living their whole lives tied to the past while only looking at the rearview mirror. Do not let yourself live such a tragic life. Engrave the lessons the past taught with blood deep in your heart, but do not set up a tent and settle down in that past. You were created to move forward. You were created to grow majestically. You were created to constantly become something more wonderful. Today, I want you to forever cut off the voice of that wicked fear, whispering that the prime of your life is already over. That thought is a terrible lie. There are still opportunities left for you to love Krasil. There are still opportunities left for you to make a wonderful difference that will turn the world upside down. There are still moments in your future so beautiful they will take your breath away. Continue to turn the pages without hesitation. Firmly believe that a greater reversal is waiting on the next page. Those seemingly trivial choices you make every day are terrifyingly powerful. The words you speak, the attitude you decide, the habits you repeat, all of these build your future. A large harvest begins from small seeds. In this process, protect your heart at the cost of your life. Not every thought or fear is worthy of your agreement. Learn to discern what brings heavenly peace and what steals it. Your heart is more precious than the universe. Protect it like a wise serpent. I am with you on this path. You never face this pitch-black world alone. When strength runs out, dig deeper into my arms. Become a channel of hope for others. The kindness you show can save someone in despair. You have immense influence to change the destiny of others. You are not discarded trash. Every miserable season was precisely carving you like a diamond, preparing you to sit in the seat of a king. Advance forward boldly like a lion, wisely like a serpent. I am with you like breath, in every decision and brilliant new beginning. The path of life is opening. Be faithful to every moment right in front of you. Learn, grow, and advance without. Your majestic epic is unfolding right at this moment. I am walking with you through every moment of that bloody but glorious journey. Today, I want to speak toward the deepest part of your soul that is learning how to trust me completely, even in the frustration of not understanding. I know well that there are moments when you want to scream for me, to give perfect answers to all questions right now. You probably want to ask why on earth these crazy thigh. But I want you to engrave this absolute truth in your soul today. To trust me walking by your side, you often read only a single page of the vast book of your life, and mistakenly think you know exactly how the whole story ends. You read one tragic chapter and conclude, my life is completely ruined. But I see the eternity beyond this short moment before your eyes. I see your wisdom being sharply honest in this confusion. I see what a majestic and great being you are becoming. My child, the terrible swamp you are in right now is never the final destination of your life. Just because a fierce storm rages does not mean the sky has collapsed. Just because pitch-black night has come does not mean the sun has died forever. Just because a suffocatingly harsh season has come does not mean it is the end of your story. Keep walking, keep believing, keep your heart wide open so that every bitter experience can teach you the most expensive treasure. There were moments when you wailed in despair that you had lost the most pia. There were moments when you felt a tearing like pain when a door slammed shut, but later you will realize that heartless closing actually stopped you from falling off a cliff. There were moments when you felt like you would go crazy from weight. This is why I ask for your trust. Not because everything will go exactly as you want, but because you can eventually grow, learn, and definitely find a purpose within it. Today, I want you to throw the suffocati. You were never created to carry the heavy burden of every coming tomorrow alone. Focus all your energy only on the very next step placed right in front of you. Focus only on becoming a person even 1% better than yesterday today. Focus only on loving crazily today. Focus only on growing terrifyingly today. Your future is a grand mountain range formed by the layers of decisions you constantly strike down. Stop the stupid act of kicking away the golden opportunities. There is brilliant beauty hidden even within today. There is a purpose alive that will make the heart beat. There is a teaching breathing right at this moment. Open your eyes wide toward the blessings already abundantly scattered. Complete gratitude. Gratitude makes you find explosive reasons why you must keep advancing, even if your current season is full of wounds. Having a grateful heart does not mean problems disappear. It simply means those problems cannot become the only monster that covers your vision. You can look directly at a giant mountain like Everest and still enjoy your muscles becoming strong. You can walk through the center of a terrifying uncertainty while in WA. All kinds of junk will rush in to try and steal your peace. Worry will try to choke you. Comparison with others will try to eat away your self-esteem. But peace is a treasure you must fight for and protect with. Train your heart fiercely to expect and imagine how things will go well. Recall the moments when a miraculous rescue hand appeared just before you fell. Recall the days you heartlessly survived through hellish days. These moments are all powerful evidence. You learned terribly. You grew like a beast. I also hope you realize bone deep that the purpose of your life, countless people throw their souls into the trash while chasing after empty achievements. They look like they have succeeded, but their inside is as hollow as hell. I do not want such a trivial life for you. Grow into a depth of wisdom like the sea. Grow into a hot love like the sun. Grow into a firm patience like a rock. Become a person with a crazy presence who breathes oxygen like encouragement into people. Become a savior who lifts those who have fallen. Become a fire starter of hope. Never believe the whisper of the devil that your life is too petty. A single candle lit in a dark room grabs the throat of the darkness. I also want you to please forgive yourself. Stop replaying those damn mistakes and just take the lessons from them. For growth, learn, grow, and advance without looking back. Do not let the damn shame become a chain that chokes your future. You have. If this word is stitching your torn heart today, write in the comments, I accept peace. Let this proclamation engrave in your brain that you have chosen trust and growth. Engrave this like a large nail. Resting when you collapse is never failure. Crying out for help to save you is never weaken. Just because doubts explode does not mean you have become a fallen person. You are learning terribly. You are growing like. Take only one step at a time. Do not let the weight of a tomorrow that hasn't even come yet rob the brilliant purpose of today. You are rebuilding your frame again among the ashes. I am with you. Advance forward like a lion. Charge with burning hope. Mornay, you walk with faith. Advance with the bone-deep conviction that something immense is growing deep in your soul. Your majestic epic is unfolding right at this moment, and I am walking with you through every single moment of that bloody journey.